Hello boys and girls, a very good evening and welcome to this live stream brought to you by TalentSprint. I hope all of you are in good health and your preparation for the upcoming exams is in full throttle. Let me remind you that tomorrow is a very important day. Well, if you are thinking that I'm talking about Teachers' Day, I'm not. Well, tomorrow definitely is the Teachers' Day, but also the last date to apply for the IBPS PO 2017 recruitment process. Yes, tomorrow is the last day to apply for IBPS PO exam. So if you haven't done that already, which is not supposed to be the case in my view, right? You must have already completed your application, but you haven't done that already. I would strongly recommend you to do it immediately. You may not even participate in this live stream, but just go ahead and complete your application at the earliest now, so that you can avoid those last minute troubles which we usually see happening during the last couple of days of notification, right? So once again, tomorrow is the last date to apply for IBPS PO exam, and yes, it is also the Teachers' Day which is celebrated in India, right? While worldwide Teachers' Day is observed on the 5th of October, but India celebrates it on the 5th of September, which is tomorrow, on the occasion of Radhakrishnan's birthday. So that's about the last date to apply. I'm sure your preparation is in high gear, right? You must be working really hard in these last 1 month that you have for your IBPS PO preliminary examination. Also, if you have applied for the IBPS RRB exams, you have only about 3 or 4 days left for the first slot, right? 9th and 10th, I think, is the slot for one of these exams, and then 16th and 17th is the slots for the second exam, right? So syllabus is largely the same, be it IBPS RRB PO, be it IBPS RRB clerks, or IBPS PO, or the IBPS clerks exam, which is coming up in the month of November. So I would suggest that all of you apply for all these exams and just give your best possible everywhere, so that you maximize your chances of selection. Now today's discussion, like we all have been doing it for the last 10-15 days, on some piece of content, right? So today's discussion is going to be on reasoning. We have done enough on quantitative aptitude is what we thought. So we are going to discuss about this very common question type from the topic of ranking. Ranking or ordering is one area which is common in the reasoning section of most of the bank exams, right? Now what usually happens here is we are given a group of persons or a set of students in a classroom, and there's some data regarding their positions or their ranks, right, in a random fashion. We got to work on the data, arrange these guys in a proper order, right, either in the ascending order of their ranks or the descending order of their ranks, or maybe there could be different parameters like heights of the persons or weights of these persons or ages of these persons, right? So all we have to do is arrange them in a particular fashion, right, usually ascending or descending order, and then find out who among this group is who in this group is third tallest or second shortest or heaviest or the eldest, etc. Yeah, so very common question. I'm sure you must have solved many such questions already during your practice. So we are going to take up one such question type in the session today and discuss a smart way of arriving at the answer. So usually what we have seen students do here is kind of read each of the statements, arrange all the persons in a particular fashion, and then find out the required answer. But then there is a particular question type where you can find out the answer without having to do the complete arrangement. I'm sure this sounds exciting, right? You don't have to do the arrangement at all. Just by looking at the question, you can find out what is the correct answer. So let's discuss about this particular question type from the topic of ranking and ordering in this session today. So what is this question type? Well, simple. A group of persons given to you. There's some data regarding their heights or weights or ages or size or anything there, and we have to find out the extreme position, right? Either let's say if it is about heights of the persons, we have to find out either the tallest person or the shortest person. Or if it is about the weights of the persons, it is either the heaviest person or the lightest person that we need to find out. Or let's say if it's talking about ages of persons, ages of these group of persons, then we may have to find out the eldest of them or the youngest of them. Or there could be let's say books with different number of pages. So we may have to find out the book which has got the maximum number of pages or a book with least number of pages. So if you observe in all these cases, we are trying to find out the extreme position, tallest, shortest, right, heaviest, lightest, eldest, youngest, etc. Right? So what I'll do immediately is present a question to you all, which is based on the same concept. Give you about 30 seconds to try it out. I'm sure you can all get the right answer, but what matters here is how quickly do you get the right answer and what method do you follow. So let me present the first question to you all and discuss the smart way of solving such questions from the topic of ranking and ordering. So the first question on your screens now. See what it says. Simple question. It is talking about a group of persons here, which says Rohan is taller than Anand but shorter than Seema. Krishna is taller than Pushpa but shorter than Anand. Dheeraj is taller than Krishna but shorter than Seema. Who among them is the tallest? Now there could be different question types. Instead of asking us to find out the tallest person, he may also ask us to find out the second tallest or the third shortest or second shortest, etc. But like I said, the focus is on the extreme position here. How do you find out the tallest person without doing the complete arrangement? Yeah. So try and solve this now. I guess there are 6 persons here: Rohan, Anand, Seema, Krishna, Pushpa and Dheeraj. So we have to find out who is the tallest among them based on the given data. You have 30 seconds for this and your time starts now. I can see Kanij and Manish have joined the session. Manish, by the way, has got the answer. Manish says Seema is the tallest, right? So I think the first response that we've got is from Manish, who finds Seema to be the tallest. Ravi Govt has also joined, but no answer as yet. Indu Sharma has also got Seema. Good. So I think 5 more seconds and then we'll discuss the solution. Who among them is the tallest? How do you find out the tallest person here? All right. So the time is up. Let's look at the solution now. More answers have started coming in. Shagun Gupta, Kalai Selvan, Ishita Raj, Shivakumar. I think all of you have got the same answer, Seema, right? Sai Kiran, Bhushan Kuwar, and yeah, Kanish Fatima had already marked the answer as Seema. Then we have Sarfaraz and and many others there. So good. I'm glad that all of you have got the same answer, Seema, which looks to be the right one. But let's discuss the solution and see what is the smart way of getting the answer here. So here we go. The question reads that Rohan is taller than Anand but shorter than Seema. Krishna is taller than Pushpa but shorter than Anand. Dheeraj is taller than Krishna but shorter than Seema. Who among them is the tallest? Yeah. So all we need to do here, I mean, in a conventional method, what we do is try to convert these English statements into phrases, into inequalities, right? Into inequalities. Like for example, the first statement here reads that Rohan is Rohan. Let's say the variables are as follows. Yeah, Rohan. Then we have Anand, Seema, Krishna, Pushpa, and Dheeraj. Yeah. So the first part of the statement here says Rohan is taller than Anand. If Rohan is taller than Anand, what do we say? R is greater than A, but shorter than Seema. Now remember, whenever we use this conjunction but or and or while, yeah, we refer to the first person. So Rohan is taller than Anand but shorter than Seema. Who is shorter than Seema? Is it Rohan or Anand? Rohan, right? We always refer to the first person. So Rohan is shorter than Seema. Rohan is shorter than Seema. Then similarly, the next statement says Krishna is taller than Pushpa. So K is greater than P, right? But shorter than Anand. So Krishna is shorter than Anand. Then we have Dheeraj is taller than Krishna. D is greater than K. And shorter than Seema. Dheeraj is shorter than Seema. So D is less than S. So these are the different inequalities given to us. I mean, comparisons given to us. While there were phrases used, statements used, we have converted these to inequalities. Now what usually is done here is to combine all these inequalities and get the correct order. So let's try and do that. What happens? Rohan is taller than Anand, right? Rohan is taller than Anand, but shorter than Seema. Shorter than Seema. So we can say Seema is taller than Rohan. Yeah. So if you see, the first two have been clubbed together. So Rohan is taller than Anand, but shorter than Seema. Or Seema is taller than Rohan. Then look at this. Krishna is shorter than Anand. Krishna is shorter than Anand, or Anand is taller than Krishna. So Anand is taller than Krishna. This has been connected. Then Krishna is taller than Pushpa. This has been connected. Yeah. Then we know that Seema is taller than Dheeraj. Seema is taller than Dheeraj. or yeah, Dheeraj is shorter than, one second, Dheeraj is taller than Krishna, but shorter than Seema. Dheeraj is shorter than Seema. So where do we put Dheeraj here? Dheeraj has to be between Krishna and Seema. So somewhere Dheeraj would come somewhere in between, right? Rohan is taller than Anand. Rohan is shorter than Seema. Krishna is taller than Pushpa. Krishna is shorter than Anand. Yeah. And yeah, so Dheeraj has to come between Krishna and Seema, right? Dheeraj has to come somewhere between them, right? Between Krishna and Seema. It can come either here or here or here. There are three possibilities. Dheeraj would come somewhere in between. Now what is he asking? What is he asking us to find out? Who among them is tallest, right? The tallest among them is clearly Seema. See, Dheeraj cannot be taller than Seema, right? Dheeraj is shorter than Seema. So Dheeraj is ruled out. And clearly in this order that we have got, the descending order that we have got, Seema is the tallest person, right? And the shortest person is going to be Pushpa. So Seema is the answer to this question. But then this is too long a process in my view, right? Do we really have to do all this drama in the exam? No, not really, in cases where we have to find out the extreme position, right? The extreme position like tallest, shortest, etc. So what is the smart way of getting the answer? Well, you don't have to put pen on paper at all. Let me just clear it up. Remember that the answer was Pushpa. Let us now solve the question in a smart way without putting pen on paper. Now read the first, see what are we supposed to find out? Who among them is tallest? We are looking for the tallest person. Now just read statements one after the other and eliminate the wrong answers. See, we may not be able to find out the tallest person. We may not be able to find out the tallest person, but we can very easily find out who are not the tallest persons, right? See, the advantage that we have in competitive exams, especially in bank exams, is that we have got 5 options. One of these options is correct and the rest are wrong, right? 4 of them are wrong. Now there are 2 ways to find out the answer. Either find out the correct answer or find out which 4 are wrong. Yes or no? Either ways you will be left out with the correct one, right? Either find out the correct answer directly or try and find out which 4 options are wrong. The left out one has to be the correct answer. And remember that in some cases finding out which 4 options are wrong works really faster than finding out which one option is correct. So that's what we are going to do here. Now read the statement. Rohan is taller than Anand. Now because Rohan is taller than Anand, can Anand be the tallest? No. Anand cannot be the tallest. I'm not sure whether Rohan is tallest or not, but I'm definitely sure that Anand is not the tallest person, right? Rohan is taller than Anand, so Anand is not tallest. But shorter than Seema. Who is shorter than Seema? Rohan is shorter than Seema. If Rohan is shorter than Seema, can Rohan be the tallest? No, Rohan cannot be the tallest. So Rohan and Anand are eliminated. By the time you read the first statement, you know that Rohan and Anand cannot be the answers. Still, is Seema the tallest person or not? We are not sure. But we are definitely sure that Rohan and Anand are not the tallest. Similarly, go to the next statement. Krishna is taller than Pushpa. So can Pushpa be the tallest? No. But Krishna is shorter than Anand. So can Krishna be the tallest? No. Krishna cannot be the tallest because Krishna is shorter than Anand. So Krishna cannot be the tallest. Anand is already eliminated. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Now Dheeraj is taller than Krishna. Dheeraj is taller than Krishna. Krishna anyway is already eliminated. Dheeraj is shorter than Seema. Dheeraj is shorter than Seema. So Dheeraj is also eliminated. So of all the people here, Rohan, Anand, Dheeraj, Krishna and Pushpa have been eliminated. The only person left out is Seema. Hence, Seema has to be the answer. Now look at the neat process here. We don't have to do any comparison at all, right? Directly, we can mark the answer as Seema without having to do the actual comparison or finding out the proper order. Remember, this technique works if and only if we are required to find the extreme position. Instead of tallest, suppose the question says who is the second tallest, then this would not work. Then this elimination process will not work. In that case, you have to do the complete order, like what we have done in the previous case. I mean, in the earlier method. But if we are to find out the extreme position, then just go ahead with this. Let's take one more example. I'm sure you followed this. Try this out now. Now this is based on cities. It says Pune is bigger than Jhansi. Sitapur is bigger than Chittor. Raigarh is not as big as Jhansi. Raigarh is not as big as Jhansi, but bigger than Sitapur. Which is the biggest? Which city is the biggest? Now that you have learned the technique, I'm sure you can mark the answer without writing anything on paper. All you have to do is find out which cities are not the biggest. Instead of finding out which is the biggest, find out which is not the biggest. And remember, extreme position. He's asking us to find out the biggest city or the shortest city, smallest city. Only in those cases the elimination technique can be applied. I'm sure all of you have followed the technique. Don't have to put pen on paper for getting the complete order. We don't really have to do that. So while all of you had got the right answer for the previous question, Seema is the correct answer. I'm glad that all of you have got the right answer, but how many of you had used the SMART method? Okay, answers have started coming in for this one. Sarfaraz, Rajesh Reddy and Ishita have marked the answer as Pune. Yeah, so Pune is the answer, it looks like. Mayank and Majumdar and Indu Sharma and Anushri and Sai Kiran, all of you have got Pune. Well, my question to you all now is, I'm sure Pune must be the right answer, right? I mean, the questions as such is a simple one, right? I mean, even if I don't explain this concept, you'll be able to solve it in like 30-45 seconds. But the question to you all now is, what method did you follow? Like getting the complete order or elimination? All of you have got the right answer, right? Bhushan, Kanich Fatima, Selvan, Somalin Roth. Okay, Selvan, by the way, said it should either be Pune or Sitapur. Pune or Sitapur. So he's confused between Pune and Sitapur. Okay, so the question is, did you follow the SMART method or the regular method? Yeah. Shivakumar and Raj have also got Pune as the answer, and Mayank has just mentioned that he has used the elimination technique. So I'm glad that you've been able to apply the SMART method that you have discussed. See, I'm not saying that such questions would be asked in your IBPS PO exam. I mean, the difficulty level these days has gone up, but these concepts are really important, right? While you may not be able to score 1 mark by applying this technique directly, it all depends on the type of questions asked, but the same technique may be useful while you are answering or trying to solve one part of a bigger question. Yeah, I think all of you have mentioned that you've used the SMART method, the elimination method. So let's quickly look at the solution now. Yeah, what do? We are supposed to find out the biggest city, right? Pune is bigger than Jhansi, so Jhansi is eliminated. Sitapur is bigger than Chittor, so Chittor is eliminated. Raigarh is not as big as Jhansi. So Raigarh is eliminated, right? Raigarh cannot be the biggest. Jhansi was already eliminated, don't worry about that. But it's bigger than Sitapur. But Raigarh is bigger than Sitapur. If Raigarh is bigger than Sitapur, Sitapur cannot be the biggest. Yes or no? There's some other city which is bigger than Sitapur. So of all the cities, the only city which is left out here is Pune, and that has to be the answer. So the biggest city is Pune. How much time does it take? Hardly 10 seconds, right? For the same question, let's say we are required to find out the shortest city. How do you do that? Which is the biggest? Instead of that, which is the smallest or smallest, not shortest. Which is the smallest city? How do you do it? Pune is bigger than Jhansi. Pune is eliminated. Understand, you have to do the converse now. Any city which is bigger has to be eliminated, right? Because we are looking for the smallest city. So since Pune is bigger than Jhansi, Pune cannot be the smallest. Jhansi, we are not sure. Whether Jhansi is the smallest city or not, we are not sure. But Pune definitely is not the smallest city. Sitapur is bigger than Chittor, so Sitapur is eliminated. See, Sitapur is bigger, so Sitapur cannot be smallest. Yeah. Raigarh is not as big as Jhansi. So Jhansi is bigger than Raigarh. If Jhansi is bigger than Raigarh, Jhansi is eliminated. Yeah. Sitapur was already eliminated. So I think of all the cities, we are left with what? Chittor and Raigarh. Now that comparison needs to be done. Yeah, Pune is bigger than Jhansi, Sitapur is bigger than Chittor. Raigarh is not as big as Jhansi, but Raigarh is bigger than Sitapur. See, again, try to get the connection, right? Raigarh is bigger than Sitapur. Raigarh is bigger than Sitapur, so Raigarh is also eliminated, right? Raigarh is bigger than Sitapur. Since Raigarh is bigger, Raigarh cannot be the smallest. So which is the smallest city now? Chittor. So smallest city here is Chittor. Now the same question may be asked with more than 6 variables. Like here we have got 5 or 6 cities. There can be a question which has got like 10 persons in it or 10 different cities in it. And let's say we are supposed to find out either of the extreme positions. Do we really have to put pen on paper for that? No. So I think these very basic, there's nothing magical about this, right? A simple concept. Don't find out the right answer. Try to find out the wrong answers. And this works. This works in not just this case, but many other cases as well, right? 5 options are there. Either find out the 1 right answer or find out the 4 wrong answers. That's what we are trying to do here, right? Find out the 4 wrong answers. And yeah, wherever it works, it definitely works faster than the regular method. So I think all you have to do is practice a few more questions on this. And like I've mentioned earlier, you may not get a direct question on this concept. If at all you get it, I would say you're really lucky, right? I mean, 1 mark in less than 10 seconds. But the same technique may be useful while you're solving a smaller part of a complex question. Yeah. So I think that's a smart way of solving this question type from ranking and ordering. Yeah. I hope all of you have followed. Any confusions here? Yeah, I can see many of you have marked Chittor as the answer for the next question, right? Mayank and Raj and others there. Good. Yeah, so I think a simple yet powerful technique, and I'm sure you will use it at the right place, at the right time, the right efficiency. On that note, let me close it here. All I would like to tell you here is that, yeah, Monu here says that smart logic, sir, we want more problems in all related types in this topic, please. Yeah, I think ranking and ordering is an important topic from reasoning. We can expect like 1 or 2 questions on this topic, right? There are 6 models, if I'm not wrong, right? I mean, if you look at the TalentSprint videos on ranking, we have categorized all the question types into 6 different categories, model 1 to model 6, wherein in model 1 we try to find out the total number of persons in a row when you know the position of one particular person from either ends. Yeah. In model 2 we try to find out the position of a person from the other end when his position from one of the ends is known to us. I mean, there are like different question types here, right? So I would just recommend you to go through all those videos, learn all the concepts, and then practice more and more questions. See, while we all know that the difficulty level is going up, we have seen this in the SBI PO exam that happened this year, right? The paper was a shocker for most of the students, right? And the same is being speculated for the IBPS PO exam as well, because what we have usually seen is IBPS follow suit with SBI PO, right? The pattern of examination has changed. IBPS PO main exam now is going to be exactly similar to the SBI PO main exam. So with the change in pattern, it is being expected or speculated that the difficulty level will also go up. But the point that I am trying to make here is, however complex the question might be, the basic concept would remain the same, right? The technique will not change, or the formula would not change. Yeah, you may have to use multiple formulae or multiple techniques or 2 or 3 different concepts within the same question to arrive at the answer, but then the basics remain the same. So don't really worry and panic about what's going to happen, right? I mean, one common question that is being asked these days through emails and through chat and through our live sessions by most of the students is, what are the most important topics? What are the types of questions that I should practice? What should I do so that I can ensure that I clear the cutoff? What is the expected cutoff, right? What are the important topics for the IBPS PO preliminary examination? What topics can I skip during my preparation so that I don't lose much in the exam? Yeah. And how do I clear the cutoff? What should be the minimum number of questions that I should attempt so that I can clear the cutoff, etc. You know what? I have a common answer for all these questions. I don't know. I'm being very honest and open. I actually do not know answer to any of these questions. Like, what are the important topics for IBPS PO exam? I'm sorry. I wish I knew that, right? What is the expected cutoff? Nobody knows. I mean, if somebody is claiming that this is going to be the expected cutoff, it's all crap in my view. I mean, how would you know what the cutoff is going to be? It all depends on how you guys perform in the examination, right? It's not pre-decided. It would depend on the number of jobs. It would depend on how you guys have fared well. It depends on the type of questions asked. So how would we know? Yeah. I mean, I just have no answer to these questions, right? I mean, I always say that this is something that is not in your control, right? I mean, you really cannot influence this. So don't worry about it. Right? What is in your control is your preparation. So just focus on that and, keep practicing. Keep practicing. I mean, ensure that you give your best and leave the rest to the fate. I mean, just can't help it. Yeah. So guys, don't worry about all such things, right? Don't really worry about cutoff. Just keep practicing. Remember, practice is the only shortcut to success, right? The more you practice, the easier it gets, right? Like they say, practice makes a man perfect. I have a slightly different opinion here. Practice will reduce your imperfections. Whether you get perfect or not, we never know. But yeah, it will definitely help you reduce your imperfections and behave really fast and act really fast during the examination. Yeah, so I think the key point is, yeah, keep practicing. On that note, let me close it here. Very happy Teachers Day in advance to all the teachers out there. And yeah, I'm really grateful to my teachers, and I'm sure whatever we are is because of our teachers. I mean, like they say, right? Teaching is one profession which, well, I'm not telling all this because I'm into a similar profession, but I truly believe that this is one profession which actually makes professions. Anyway, so I have a very happy Teachers Day to all the teachers out there, and you guys keep practicing and take very good care of yourselves. Remember that these 30 days are not gonna come back. Yeah, so leave no stone unturned and give your best. I'll see you all in the next session. Take care.